So this time of year, spring is a wonderful time of year to get outside, and it's when we see the majority of people, lots of people are getting out, getting active, enjoying the great outdoors. It's also the time of year when most animals are having their babies. We have 4 areas within the city that are called nature reserves. They are Cottonwood Park on the west side of the city, Elizabeth Hall Wetlands on the west side of the river, the Lethbridge Nature Reserve that's right here beside the Nature Centre, and then Alexander Wilderness Park on the north side. So one of the big ones is not walking dogs in those spaces. There's just 4 spots in the whole city that you aren't able to walk your dogs. And the reason is to help to protect the animals that live there. Deer have their fawns between mid-May and mid-June. And so we're right in the middle of fawning season. And fawns we have to be really careful because they're really well hidden. Their mothers don't spend the day with them. The mothers go off and leave the fawns alone for the day. And the young are hidden in bushes or in long grasses to help to protect them. They're camouflaged, they're hidden, and we actually can't see them. They're really, really difficult to find, which is the point for the mother to be able to protect their baby. They're also scentless, so their mothers actually lick them clean before they leave them there. The mums come back around dawn and dusk to feed them, and they do kind of stick around close by. They can see and they can hear their baby just to make sure that nothing really dangerous is happening to them, but they do keep their distance so they're not right with the fawns themselves. This is where it is super important for dog walkers to not be in those nature reserve areas. We do have a lot of fawns that are born in those areas, and if dogs are running off leash, or even if they are leashed and walking on the pathway, it can upset the mother. It can also disturb the fawns or disturb the mother observing the fawn itself, or cause the mum to move the fawn at a time when it wouldn't be a safe time to do so.
Our patrol team, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, is out enforcing mainly the dog control bylaw. And so when it comes to these sensitive areas, that particular bylaw covers obvious things like dogs being off leash anywhere in the city, licensing, that kind of stuff. But it also covers what we call restricted areas, and one of those restricted areas is the nature reserves. So a dog being in one of those nature reserves, whether it's on or off leash any time of the year, it does come with a $100 fine. Obviously, there could be other charges if the dog is off leash as well. And the reason for that is to protect those few environmentally sensitive areas within the city. The parks bylaw in the city also covers that same offense and deals with bicycles being within the nature reserves as well, which does come with a fine. Again, in the interest of protecting those environmentally sensitive areas and reducing that high impact activity.
There are many, many places in Lethbridge where you can walk your dog on leash, where you can go for a beautiful bike ride throughout the river valley, and those areas you tend to have a bit less biodiversity, so not quite as much variety as animals, not quite as much variety of the plant life that is living there as well.